Alright, so I figured I'd give you a little update. So we got a hood and a fender for the 64. Got them stripped. Yep, we got them off the car out back. And I can put the parts that didn't match on that one because that car needs a fender on the driver's side. So now I have a matching fender and a decent hood. I have to do a little repair right there, weld the patch in on one side, much better than the other one, you know. And no big chunk missing out of the center of the hood, and this will be pretty decent. So the fender's not too bad. We got it stripped. Han's pulling it apart.
I didn't want to just yank on it.
Oh, it's a Volkswagen. That's how they come apart. Here, put it somewhere. And there's a box over there with all scooter stuff in it for that car. Put it in a baggie. There's some Ziploc bags in the cabinet there. So anyway, that's where we're at. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get that all mounted up and build it one last time, and weld the rest of the stuff together, and that'll be ready for some mud and some paint. And I'm stripped on this one a little bit today. We're gonna give him 2 for 1 because I can get this out of the garage and get some space. I don't think I've had my garage with my own cars in it since I moved here. So that's the goal. Try to get these done. And before I forget, Dave, I hope everything goes good with your surgery, buddy. And I got your bumper stuff. I forgot to tell you. I keep forgetting to tell you. But I got some aerosol cans, some spray, some cladding painting, if you want to paint them. Or they make some magic foo-foo that you can put on there, but it sounds like that stuff just comes off after a while. So whatever you want, if you get your surgery, just PM me, and I'll get that stuff to you. So we got that all stripped down back there, and we got to finish going around the back there and getting all the glue off, and we'll reprime that tomorrow, and that gets carpet and stuff glued down to it, but we're going to go ahead and freshen it up. And Hans, man, what's with all these bugs in the building and spiders? And so anyway, we got some big spiders. Hans tried to kill it and missed it. I don't know where it went. It propelled up into air, into nothingness. So I got this pan pretty much fitted in there. Hans gonna put the gasket on for me in the morning, and we're gonna weld them babies in. I got all the fenders stripped for it. I need 1 fender for this car. I was thinking I needed all the fenders for this, but I just need 1. So here's Andrea. So
hey everybody.
So Andrea wanted to do some car show thing for you guys.
I just have a question. I've contacted a couple places, you know, working deals on group rates for the rooms and stuff. But what I need to know is how many people are actually trailering a car, because I have to know how many people I have to have trailer parking for. With resorts on the beach, they usually rent space from whoever's across the street from them to park trailers and stuff with. They do this during race week, they do a dirt and bike week. No hotel will let you have more than 1 car in the park.
Well, we could park them in our yard, couldn't we, if we had to?
All those trailers?
Well, I mean, there's only like, you know, 5 or 10.
Well, it depends on, that's what I need to know. I mean, because I can find trailer parking
And then we got,
by the hotels, but I need to know how many trailers I am actually looking for parking spots for, because some people mentioned they would be driving their cars here. So I would sort of just really need a rough idea of who's coming with a trailer, is what I need to know.
So there you go.
But the ball is rolling. Right now I'm thinking possibly the first weekend of May of 2013. So that's not in a couple months. Everybody's got time to try to save or budget that wants to come. But let me know an idea on the trailers if you would, please. And then I'm also, the places that I'm contacting are more like condos. They're not actually just regular hotel rooms. And some of the places offer 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom units. So
Hey, I took that medicine, so I'm just telling you I'm fading fast. This
Okay, well, I
camera's
just gotta
gonna
tell
have
this part, because I know some of these guys are friends and they might be coming alone. So I didn't know, you know, did you want me to price out 2 and 3 bedrooms so maybe you guys can share a room and make the, you know, hotel expense be cheaper, because you could get one with extra bedrooms and the pull-out couch and the whole 9 yards.
Of course,
So-
Tom's already reserved the YouTube garage suite.
But, you know, that's what I'm saying, but I mean,
Have you heard from Tom?
yeah.
How does paint job come out? He didn't make a video. It's usually not good.
Oh, I don't know, he was running crazy. I only talked to him for a few minutes last night. He said he tried to call you yesterday a few times.
Oh, yeah, I just talked to him when the dog was trying to attack the poodle across the street.
The poodle?
Yeah. The neighborhood company, little white poodle. And
The poodles are a strange dog.
Yeah.
I don't even see Tom sitting over there in the corner.
yeah, he's playing with a cat. Let's get some Milo points there.
What?
So, Milo garage. He likes cats.
I'm allergic
So-
to cats.
Hans is allergic to cats, but he seems to be able to pet that one. Smells like the cat took a fresh dump in here.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Why don't you get that up, man, since you like that
Smells
cat
bad,
so.
I'm allergic to cats.
Well, wow, man.
Good thing my nose is plugged.
Yeah, it is, because it really stinks bad. So I got
Is
some.
that the same box of paper that was just at the side door? or did-
Yeah, that's my paper, isn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure they didn't bring me 2, because I just saw the.
No, one's a roll of plastic and one's a roll of paper. Thank you, honey. Now I can tape the car up.
Yeah, that bus.
I'm gonna tape the bus up, but I had to make a push on these, man. I need to get both these cars out of here. You know? Goodbye. I found a fender and a hood.
Where'd you find those? Oh, I know where you found them.
They were on that car out back, and the driver's fender's bad, so I figured, you know, we're gonna have to dig a fender up anyway, so he's got a matching set down there. So instead of fixing 2 fenders for nothing on this car, I just fixed one now. The other one's good. It matches.
I'm ready for those cars to go.
And,
Our life would get so much better around here.
And I'm sure somebody else's life will be so much better when this car is back in one piece and somebody's driving it. So I know how it is. My life will be better when you're driving your bus, and her life will be better when she's driving her bug.
Well, I don't want to drive the bus as much as she wants to drive her bug. I just want to save on gas.
I want to drive my bus though. I don't know. I hear you. You can drive the big dirty.
It's hard enough to fit my truck in a parking spot, and you want me to drive Big Dirty?
Oh, it'd be all right.
Yeah, all the good easy spots to get into today were already taken, and I had to maneuver into a corner. It wasn't very nice.
So anyway, I had to answer a couple questions.
Not yet.
Shut that door so the dog doesn't eat the cat. I can't remember your site because I'm really bad like that, and I didn't really answer your question in the video because, or on your video, because I'm not really good at that. But you asked about that compressor, and that compressor that you picked up is a real nice compressor. I don't know what kind of motor it'll take to run that, but that's the compressor that we had at the shop that I was helping a guy with, and he ran a paint shop and the mechanical shop with that compressor. So I know that's a really good pump that you got there.
Did you answer the other question too for the guy with the single stage?
Single stage.
Could he go over his 1970
Oh, yeah.
paint, and what did he need to do?
And then somebody asked a question about going over old paint on a GM. Let me finish the compressor question first.
Oh, I thought you were done. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you addressed it. I'll leave you alone.
So anyway, on the compressor, you might want to email Greg Porter there, because he knows all about that 3-phase stuff, and he could probably answer your questions on that. As far as electrical, I don't know anything about that, but I do know that's a pretty good compressor. And that little Sears compressor you got, you could probably get around the car, you know, if you just planned it out really good, but you'd probably be a little short on air, you know, depending on what kind of gun you were using. But and then the other question, what was the other question? Oh, going over old GM paint. If it's lacquer, you know, I have a couple shops where the guys are allergic to isocyanates, and they still use lacquer primer, and they actually have the same system right here. They have a mixing system like this, which is a urethane base coat, and it's You know, it's not very aggressive, I guess. You know, they go right over to lacquer primer with it, and they never have an issue. So I never recommend leaving that on the car, you know, but I understand you're trying to do it on a budget. So single stage, you know, if you're going to do a metallic color, sort of a tricky thing to do. A base coat, clear coat would be a much easier process, probably, you know, if it's a first time deal for you. And I don't think you'd have a problem. You know, you could probably seal it first before you spray it, you know, get a good sealer and prep it. And I would think that you'd be able to use 2K primer or lacquer primer or whatever, you know, you could afford on it and not have a problem. If it's cracked or whatever, of course, you're gonna have to, you know, sand that stuff down, because you can't cover that with primer. So those areas you'd have to knock down. So that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up and start circus over tomorrow. So yep, I got some new thinner. I gotta try that for my cleaning of my guns. I don't know, they just changed the thinner. I bought a 5-gallon pail of it, and I don't know if it was just bad or if it didn't work out. But, this stuff says made with virgin solvents, so I'll try that out. And it's got a big cap. That was cool, and it smells really hot. So I don't know. This other stuff, the label's gone off of it. It was a 5-gallon jug, and I got it from you know, another paint company that I always buy my thinner from, and it just didn't seem to have any kick. And I'd clean the gun, and I'd put the gun in the cabinet, and you know, I'd percolate it and leave a little solvent in there, and you come back the next day and it'd have a little drop of clear on the end of the fluid tip, and kept screwing me. So that's where that's at. And tomorrow we might get that bus in here and tape it up. But I definitely want to get these welded in, so we'll probably do that, make that our main goal. I wanted to spot weld these in, try the new spot welder out, but you can see on this side, somebody's put pans in this before and they chopped the lip all up. You know, there's usually a little lip that runs right there, and you can grind the old pan off, and the pan will sit on top of that, and it's supposed to be spot welded down. And most of the guys I do them for, like, you know, one big long bead and seam sealer on top of it, so it doesn't leak, you know. But I was going to try that spot welder and then just use a 2-part seam sealer on top of it, because that stuff makes a pretty durable bead. So I don't know why this cat wants to be in my toolbox, but wants to be in the toolbox all of a sudden, all the time. Yeah, I know, I didn't put the tools away. Yeah, you're gonna fall off of there. What are you looking for? There's no food in there. What do you want, to sleep up there? Doesn't look very comfortable. Can I get this box out of your way so you don't knock it down? What is this? What do we got here? Oh, tons of stuff. Okay, are you comfortable now? Can I move any of this stuff for you? There's a paint gun over here. Huh? There we go. All right, kitty cat. Take it over. Watch for rats. So yeah, I put the store on here and got my gaff and all that stuff today. I played with this a little bit. Not too much though, I need to weld it. I got that gap looking a little better here now. I need to bolt the door down and put the gas tank in there, make sure that fit. And I got to do some work down there and build that. This had been changed before. They, I guess they'd put that pan in at one time and they cut this up a little too high. So I'm going to drop that down and make it look like it's original. And yeah, so this thing's rolling pretty quick now. And I did notice on that 64 out back when I was getting the fender that this piece does not come all the way down. It stops right about here. So I'll probably make one more dice on this and bring this up a little higher and make it more like the car out back. I don't know why it comes with this lip on it, but it's definitely not like that on the original one. But yep, so that's all cheesed together there. And hopefully when I do the final fit tomorrow, everything will fit good, you know, and bolt the running board on there and make sure all that stuff fits. And that side fit real nice over there, other than that rust panel needs to be finished up. So that's where we're at, man. Buried in Volkswagens. And yep, you never know though. This car could just be finished all of a sudden. From what I understand, one of my friends that does a lot of fabrication work, and he basically builds chassis and stuff. But he has another job that he's been pretty busy at for the last 10 or 15 years, or 20, 30 years. And he might be retiring, and he's looking for some stuff to play with. So might go a different direction with this car, but we'll see. It's just silly talk right now, so, but you never know. So I'll go inside and watch some videos maybe. I don't know. And yeah, watch a couple guys. I put a couple guys up in my favorites, some new guys to the garage. They're looking for some help and some answers and stuff. And God knows there's a lot better people to ask questions than me, because I'm not good at answering stuff, you know. But there's a lot of guys that can. And I'm sure once they find your channel, they'll be glad to help you guys out. And it just takes time, you know, for you guys that are starting out and making videos that nobody watches. Like I said, guys, I just took some medicine, so I know I just said watches, and I meant to say watch. Watch it, not watches. I'm not sure. You know what I mean. It takes a little time, and then before you know it, people will be checking your channel out, and you'll be bitching about all the emails you have to answer. So there we go. It's a little crusty. We'll cut that out. That's much more manageable. And you know, the way you got to look at it is this stuff's going to sit on that car and just continue to rot, or we can put it into use now and stop playing games and get this car done. So this is gonna have to be blasted in here. It's full of water, and it's pretty bad down in there, so hopefully that won't be a big hole. But even if I gotta weld another bucket onto this fender, I'm way ahead of the game with this thing. So we got the turn signal in the right location, and we have the right shape here, so that's good to go. And this is my bad fender. Got a big hole, so I'm going to try to pick one of these up. Late model is pretty easy to find, so that's where we're at, and that's where we're at on this. I'm going to try to do some metal work in here and straighten this mess up, so that'll be fun to watch. So I was originally going to cut this whole quarter panel off, but it's just you know, not in the budget, and you just got to get this stuff done. So that'd be a lot of work to pull all that off and cut it all loose, and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So we're probably just going to repair this, because I mean, I don't even want to think about all the spot welds you'd have to drill out. And it's got all this German sprayable seam sealer over the top of it. And I sort of checked it out here, you know. I mean, I think you'd have to come into the package tray area and follow that down, and probably take the access panel out for the heater channel, and then cut it off the top of the heater channel, and then cut this brace out of here, And of course the window regulator and all the assembly would have to come out, you know. And you'd have to cut the inner and the outer structure at the same time. Of course the outer's cut loose already because there was nothing left down there, but really the only real sin is back here. So, and then you get into cutting you know, a good apron off, and you know, it starts snowballing. So we'll get us a bumper and a fender and bolt this thing together and see how bad it is, because it fit, you know, it was all one piece when it came in. So, and this side's really nice, so we'll just try to make the other side look more like this side. So, but it's got some issues over there for sure, and I don't know, he said it had a bumper on it when he got it, but it looks like it's sort of leaning to me. So I don't know, could just be because it's you know, not very symmetrical. It's pretty beat up. So, but some patches would be much easier than putting the whole quarter panel on. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my train of thought on that. And this has been the hold up on this car. So, you know, all these little projects that sit around and I'm waiting for parts that, you know, I just either can't get my hands on or whatever the case is. But I just need to finish the cars and make some space. So that's where we're at. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get these welded in. I'll do another video. So been sort of not feeling really good, so I haven't been making as many videos, and that's how that's going. I've been having to take more medicine than I like to, and the side effects aren't really good. So that's where that's at. So let me go upload this, and you guys have a good one.